Hello dear children. Today we are going to start with a new chapter, that is fraction, chapter 14. Now what is a fraction? You have heard of this term fraction, isn't it? A fraction is a quantity that expresses a part of the whole. That means how many parts are there out of the total parts. Okay, that is how a fraction is represented. Let us see here. Look here. This is a very tasty cake. And the cake is divided into how many parts? You can see here it is divided into 4 parts. One, I'll just take the pen and show you. Okay, so here you have one part, this part, 1, 2, 3 and 4 parts. So out of that 4 parts, how many parts have been taken out? It is 1 out of 4. So the fraction that is taken out is also 1 by 4. Another example, see here how many parts are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 parts. Out of that, if I want to show you 3 out of 6 parts, that will be these 3, that is the brown part, okay, and the remaining 3 is here. So 3 by 6 and 3 by 6. And here it is divided into 2 parts. So this is 1 by 2 and this is 1 by 2. 1 out of 2, 1 out of 2. Okay. So that is what is about fractions. Next, a fraction has 2 parts, numerator and denominator. So numerator shows us the number of parts we have. This is the numerator. While the denominator shows us the total number of parts. How many total parts are there? So, okay, so this is 2 by 5. 2 is the numerator and 5 is the denominator. Here there is another fraction. Out of 6 parts we have shaded 4 parts. So this is 4 by 6. Okay. So 4 is the numerator which tells us how many parts are there. And 6 is called the denominator which tells us how many total parts were there. Total number of parts was 6. Out of that we have taken out 4. So this is 4 by 6 where 4 is the numerator and 6 is the denominator. Now types of fractions. What are the different types of fractions? Proper fractions and improper fraction. So what is a proper fraction? A fraction whose numerator is less than its denominator. So that means the numerator has to be less, like this here. This 3 is the numerator and 8 is the denominator. So we know that 3 is less than 8. So numerator is less than the denominator. So this is a proper fraction. Here also numerator is 7 and denominator is 9. Okay. So we know that 7 is less than 9. Numerator is less than the denominator. So this is called a proper fraction. What is an improper fraction? A fraction whose numerator is more than its denominator. See here, 17 is the numerator and 9 is the denominator. And 17 is more than 9. So this is an improper fraction. 21 by 17, 21 is the numerator, 17 is the denominator and 21 is greater than 17. So we can say that this is also an improper fraction. Now here we have mixed fractions also. What are mixed fractions? So let us see that a mixed fraction is a fraction which has 2 parts. It has an integer, that is an integral part is there and a fraction is there. A proper fraction will be there. So mixed fraction has 2 parts. One is the integral part and the proper fraction part. See, like 2 and a half. So 2 is the integral part, that is the whole part, and half is the proper fraction part. So it is read as 2 and half. Okay. Now you have another example, 3 and 1 by 4. So 3 is the integral part and 1/4 is the proper fraction part. So this is how a mixed fraction is. So it is a combination of an integer and a fraction. Now another classification of fraction is like and unlike fractions. Like means same, and unlike means different. So fractions with the same denominators are called like fractions. See here, 2 by 15, 4 by 15, 7 by 15, 8 by 15, 9 by 15 and 12 by 15, they all will be called as like fractions because they have the same denominator. Okay, denominators are same. And fractions with different denominators are called unlike fractions. You can see here the denominator 5, 7, 9. Okay, so these are all unlike fractions. So the fractions which have the same denominator, they are called like fractions. Fractions which have different denominators are called unlike fractions. Okay, then next, equivalent fraction. If two or more fractions have the same value, they are called equivalent fractions. So when the value of fraction is same, we say they are equivalent fractions. Like we have these fractions 1 by 2. That means out of 2 we get 1. That is half. Okay. And 3 by 6 also means that out of 6 we are getting 3, means we are getting half, isn't it? Half of the thing. Or we know that we can simplify it as 3 ones are 3, 3 twos are 6. So again what we get? Half. And here 4 parts out of 8. So that is again half of it. That means we are getting half of the thing. Like 4 ones are 4, 4 twos are 8. So all these fractions, they are equivalent fractions. Okay. Then how to convert a mixed fraction into an improper fraction. So if you are getting a value of mixed fraction and you have to convert it into an improper fraction, what will you do? The improper fraction is equal to integral part into denominator. You know that mixed fraction has an integral part. So you take the integral part, multiply it with the denominator, add the numerator to it and write with the denominator uh, in the denominator's place. Okay, I'll show you an example to understand better. Like you have a mixed fraction 3 and 5 by 7. So what you should do? Multiply the integral part with the denominator. So that means multiply 3 and 7. Okay, so you multiply 3 and 7 and then you add 5 to it. So 3 into 7 is 21 and 21 plus 5. When you add 21 plus 5, how much you get? We get 26. So the answer will be 26 by 7. So this is our answer, 26 by 7. Okay. Let us take another example. If you have a fraction like this, so what will you do? Integral part 4 and 9, you have to multiply. 4 nines are 36 and 36 plus 2, you have to add 2 to it. So multiply this integral part and the denominator, add 2 to it. So you get 36 plus 2, 38. So the answer will be 38 by 9. So this is how you can solve to convert a mixed fraction into an improper fraction. How to convert an improper fraction into a mixed fraction? Let us see. Mixed fraction, what you have to do? You have to divide the improper fraction and whatever you get as the quotient you write here. So quotient and remainder and denominator you have to write in these places. I'll explain to you how. 40 by 9. So what we will do, we have to divide 40 at 9. So let us see how we will divide. 40 divided by 9. So 9 fours are 36. So how much is the remainder? 4. So what will you write? We will write this as the quotient is 4. So I will write 4 and this remainder I have to write here 4 and 4 by 9. So this is how I have to write. So the answer will be 4 and 4 by 9. Okay. Let us take another example. 20 by 7. So what I have to do? I have to divide 20 by 7. 20 divided by 7. So I get 7 2s are 14. So what is the remainder? 6. So what is the answer here? 2. 2 should be written in the quotient. 6 is the remainder here and 7 is here. So we will get 2 6 by 7. Okay. So this is how we can convert improper fraction into mixed fraction. So I hope this is clear. We will do some sums from the exercise.